Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to Survival Awareness with the Johnsons.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I know I promised you guys that I would upload a video on my thoughts on what I thought about the P365. It's empty. Nothing in there, no magazine. One of the things that I really loved about the P365 were the sights. The fiber optic sights are the bomb. I shoot from the 10 or the 15 range, and I always practice with an 8-inch circle, sometimes a 10-inch circle. Shooting from the 10 or the 15, I was able to land about 8 to 15 rounds in that circle. I know the fiber optic sights played a big deal in that. One thing about having an everyday carry that you've had for a long time, you can kind of wear the sights off. And that's what I did with my Taurus. I am a Taurus girl. I love Taurus, but Taurus is taking forever to come out with something new. So I went ahead and went with the Sig. Now, one of the things that happens when you have a new firearm, dealing with the magazines, the springs are new. So it's very hard for you to load the magazine. You can kind of break a nail or kind of hurt your finger in there a little bit, just trying to get rounds in there. So this is where my speed loader came into play. Very useful, very helpful. It helps push that spring down so that I can get my rounds in there faster, quicker, more accurately. Speed loader is something great to have around, whether or not you can, even if you can load your magazine. I can load my magazine without the speed loader, but one thing that I do notice when you're dealing with a new firearm, the springs inside of the magazine are kind of stiff. So you're gonna have to put some wear and tear on there to be able to get the rounds to go in there evenly. Another thing that I'll do is probably load 5 to 6 rounds at a time. I'll shoot those, load 5 to 6 more rounds at a time, and I'll just keep doing it that way to kind of put some wear and tear on that spring. Now, as you can see here, it's still kind of hard with the speed loader, but it's all on, just all on wear and tear with the magazines. Now, my Sig came with 3 magazines. I keep all of my magazines loaded with self-defense rounds when I'm at home. When I'm in the range, of course, I use the FMJ bullets, or rounds, sorry. I use FMJ rounds. But whenever I'm, home or I'm out, I always keep self-defense rounds in my magazines. I keep my speed loader, and I also keep my extra magazine holder made from buckshot. And I'll have, my firearm and my extra magazine holder right on my waist. It's very small, very compact. It's not bulky at all, very light. Fits really good in my hand. That's one of the things that I really liked about it. My hands are small, they're very tiny. So I don't like a firearm that's too big. I'm really big on comfort. So, I kind of pay attention to things like that. This Sig also came with this really cool holster. I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it at all. So I went and purchased a different holster that I thought would, fit me a little bit better. And even the holster is kind of tight too, as well. So it takes a little wear and tear that I have to put, constantly taking it in and out to kind of loosen it up. Because this holster is made to kind of fit like a glove on this Sig. And as you can see, I think it looks really cool. So when I walk around with my Sig, I have my Sig on my waist, along with my extra magazine holder, and I'll have 2 full magazines. I'll have an extra round of magazines in my purse or maybe in my car. It's just, that's just typical me. I like the Sig. I think it's really good. I think it's a dope firearm. I think it's really dope. Like I told you guys before, I like the ambidextrous safety that's on there. It's an ambidextrous gun, so whether you're left-handed or right-handed, it's gonna work for you. I could have went with the Hellcat. I could have went with the Glock, but I wanted to go with the Sig. So that's what made me choose the Sig. Another good thing about this Sig is the weight. I think it weighs like 18 ounces, and that's unloaded. That's without a magazine in there. So the weight of this firearm plays a big deal too. The capacity is 12 plus 1. So that's 12 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. Would I recommend SIG? Absolutely. Do I like the SIG over the Taurus at this point? Yes. At this point, I'm kind of falling in love with the SIG. The reason for that is it just has a lot of good things, a lot of qualifications about it. Like I said, one being the ambidextrous handle, the fiber optic sights, the weights on it. My Taurus G2 Millennium weighs a little bit more. Even the holster is way more bulkier. And like I said, I've had it for so long, I kind of wore off my sights. So that was, you know, that was some good and some bad with the Taurus. And I don't really have anything bad to say about the SIG right now. I don't. I know it's going to take some time to, you know, shoot it more and get more into it. Like I said, the only really thing is the magazines, the springs inside the magazines, but that's going to be with any firearm. That'll be with any firearm that's new. It's going to be very hard for you to, you know, give yourself a full magazine. But that's when the speed loader comes in, and that's when I'll get little Mina to come, and, you know, we got some extra time. She'll come and she'll load all the magazines for mommy. If you don't have a speed loader, get one. They come in handy. Whether or not you can load the magazine on your own, it still comes in handy. And the speed loader is good for new firearms when you're breaking in those springs inside of the magazine. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Click that bell button. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Bye.
Thanks for clicking on this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't forget to subscribe.